y'all doing out there? Happy Monday night. Um, I just finished up the last episode of Basketball Wives, season 12, episode 12, which was the season finale tonight. And it wasn't too much of drama. Of course, the ladies were still trying to come ring back around to the Jackie Chantel situation. And I like how Jackie kept walking away, kept walking away. When they kept trying to address it, Jackie would be gone. And that sometimes, if that's what you need to do to get the results you want, then that's what you have to do. And you have to do what's best for you. On the other note, with Chantel, when they would bring it up to her, she was still talking her same old stuff and this and that. Um, I feel like tonight I could see it kind of in Jackie's face. She was broken. And I don't like that for Jackie. Yes, Jackie was the one for a lot of seasons, stirred the pot, kept stuff going. Um, and, but these are what ladies that's cast members, us ladies go through catty stuff. But when it comes to your daughter and it airs out on television like that with you and your child, it's a whole different situation. That can cut deep, and that can put a emotional effect on your health when something like that goes on, especially that has been televised for the world to see. It's different when it's behind closed doors. It still needs to be addressed, but like I said, this show was on an hour a day, once a week. And for something, I mean, y'all couldn't find nothing else better to air out, but besides Jackie and Shanny like that. I don't like it. And like I said, nobody's right in the situation. Chantel was wrong, yes. Jackie was wrong, yes. But I'm siding with Jackie because Jackie was backed into a corner, in my opinion, and Jackie did what Jackie had to do. Anytime a child comes up to a mother like that being very disrespectful and she asking you, can you just please leave? Can you just please leave? And you come egging her on and provoking her, when you act, you have to be ready for a reaction, as I always say, and that was Jackie's reaction. Was it right? No. But Jackie did what Jackie had to do for herself in that moment. And, we all know there's a lot of Jackies and Chantels out in this world to this day that goes through this stuff every day. It is nothing new. Do I feel like us as African Americans need to stick together and address these situations more, or these situations need to be addressed, or have better resources for these situations? Yes, like I said, I know some people are doing the best that they can, and sometimes that's all you can do. But then there's some who bury those emotions, and that is not good, because then when you bury those emotions, then you try to open it up. This is what you get. As I said before, Chantel, each episode, when they would get her and Jackie to talk, it got worse. It got worse. And those ladies was not making it any better. I don't care what they say. And talk about, here go Evelyn. I'm never going to talk to Jackie again. Why be like that, though? Why not come together and school her, or say, you know what, Jackie? Let's go to let's have an event where, because you ladies have the ability to do this. Let's go to an event, or have an event where we spread more things like this. And maybe this can bring you and your daughter together, and other mothers and daughters together. But you'll talk to Jackie, Evelyn, about her business with Chantel, but now you'll never talk to her again because she ain't giving you the business. I don't like that. Y'all done turned y'all back on Jackie so many times. And see, Evelyn, you should know better, because you have a daughter. You have a grandson. So maybe, just put the negativity aside, Evelyn. Maybe God brought you and Jackie together to show Jackie how. And I'm not saying, Evelyn, you number one world's role model. Don't get me wrong. But from what we see on scenes and on TV, you're in your daughter's life, y'all get along. You're in your grandson's life, y'all get along. So maybe God brought y'all together as cast members to show Jackie, you know, how to parent with a daughter, having a daughter that's, I don't know, what's the word I'm trying to use, y'all? Having a daughter that's rebellious, I would say. Not saying Shanice is rebellious. I believe from what I've seen on TV, you and Shanice has a good relationship or a great relationship. Do I believe some of the things what Jen was saying, Evelyn, about you and Shanice? Yeah, because it wasn't just her saying it, but that's neither here nor there. This is about Jackie and Chantel. So I feel like those ladies, by them having children, Shawnee having daughters, Evelyn having daughters, it could have been addressed better. Like, will you and your daughter not getting along, Jackie? So will y'all come on the show and have a therapy session? I know y'all had a therapy session in the past and it didn't go so well. Would y'all try again? Because, like I said, each episode that these ladies came on this season that I saw, it got worse. Every time Jackie came around, it was about her and Chantel. And I respect Jackie for not entertaining it. But Chantel, she would entertain it. And by her being young, that's something she has to learn not to do. Keep your family business to your business, because guess what? Them same ones who come to you about your family business, those same friends, be the same ones that use it against you. So you have to watch who you call your friends. And then I feel like with Brittany and Denise, from what I've seen, because like I said, they're only on an hour a day once a week. From what I've seen, did Brittany and Denise try to tell Chantel or talk to Chantel, like, because they know Chantel look up to them, or they look up to her, or they look after each other. They're three amigos. So why wouldn't y'all come to Chantel like, look, I know your mother is this, especially Brittany, because it's word out that her and her mother's going through the same thing. Do you think you can work it out with your mother? Can you try counseling with your mother? How about I go to counseling with you and promise to not talk to your mother that way? That's what real friends would do. But no, they egging her on even more. They getting ready for the party. No, we done got Jackie out the way. Now let's get Evelyn. She next, because she owed Denise an apology and this and that. And Denise, oh yeah, because I got her back and this and that. And Denise got around Evelyn and didn't say one word, because she had knew better, because Evelyn had read her anyway last week's episode, which she was right for chiming into their business. You have to let those ladies, or Denise, Brittany, and Chantel, I know y'all love each other, and like Jackie said, she appreciates y'all taking up for her daughter, but let Jackie and Chantel fight that battle, because guess what? At the end of the day, Jackie and Chantel are blood, and they're going to always be. So, and then remember, what you dish out, you got to be ready to take. So, but I hope that even if you don't do therapy, Shanny don't do therapy with Jackie, do it on her own with her children. Although it may seem like you're a better mother to your children, sometimes therapy can help you accept things so you can be a better for your children. That way, when your children come to you and say, where grandma, why can't we see grandma? You can explain to them, look, we're not in a good place right now, and that's that. But if you are in the state you're in and your children asking where's their grandmother, you're going to say, put a bad taste in their mouth, and they may turn against you, Chantel, because Just because you and your mother ain't getting along don't mean them kids don't want and don't need their grandmother and their grandfather. They've been there for you your whole life, and you need to be there for your kids' life, but every child needs their grandparent. My son and my family, we have our mother. Our mother's there for us. She's there for our children. Our children is there for our mother. That's the way it goes. Sometimes you have to put that pride aside and let that go for the kids. Because now, in my opinion, what you're doing is you have a daughter, and it's going to be, it's kind of like a, how do I want to say this? It's going to be like a bad impression on your daughter that if you, let's just say you and your mother decide, or y'all family decide to get together, and you and your mother there and your daughter see you like that, Chantel. So you got to remember that. You have a daughter. You have a son, too, that's going to have a wife, too. So that's on you to get it right. I just hope you, like I said, you have to do what's best for your family, Chantel, and Jackie has to do what's best for hers. As far as your dad, do I feel like he should step in and say, look, enough is enough? This is not going to go on any further. As him being the head coach, yes. But I've seen sometimes fathers, too, where they be like, look, I worked all day. I've been coaching all day. I done this. I done that. I don't want to be bothered with that mess. I bring in the money. You handle that. I've seen that, too. Do I feel like you could have had a relationship with your dad? As far as I saw on TV, after your therapy session in Basketball Wives LA with the other cast with Malaysia and Laura and them, y'all had a therapy session. Your dad was there. If all of this and that was going on, why you didn't pull him to the side and talk to him? I've seen plenty of episodes where, Chantel, it was just you and your dad, and none of this never came up. Now, whether you didn't want it to come up on the cameras or whatever, I don't know. But you didn't call and yell at your father and embarrass him like you did Jackie, because to me, you was sounding like you wanted to put Jackie down, man. You sounded like you was a female off the streets, and you had that energy for Jackie, in my opinion. So, and another thing too, when you're trying to resolve something with somebody, and you're not in that space to where you're on 10, you have to walk away or say, look, I'm on 10 so bad, she peed me off so bad, I can't even deal with her today. Because it takes two to tango. And you the one went back to your mother's room. Yeah, your mother asked for you, but you could have said, like you was telling the other ladies, I'm done with her. And, you talking about something, well, I just came to tell you that from here on out, we're not going to be moving further. You could have told Ty to tell her that. If you had to go tell Jackie that, angry like that, and then you know her reaction, and I don't care. I believe whatever Jackie would have said, whether Jackie would have said okay and walked away, or whether Jackie would have sat there and kissed her butt and said, please don't walk away, she would have gave that same peed off reaction. Like she is in charge, it's gonna go her way or no way. She basically, and to me, like, look, this ain't the Jackie show anymore. This is the Chantel show. I'm taking over. You either on board or you're off. And like I said, you should have never went to your mother's room if you knew you was on 10 like that. And for what I seen, in my opinion, on your behalf, she was peeing you off all season. And you done took your behind over there thinking you gonna get what you want to hear or some results, or to me, could have been egging on a fight. I don't know. You could have been wanting to fight. And it backfired. This is what you get. So, I hope they can work that out. I hope that, and in my opinion too, like I said, if it is a Basketball Wives season 13, I will be shocked if Jackie come back. If Jackie decided she didn't want to do this no more, I wouldn't even be mad at her, because that wasn't right and it shouldn't have been televised. But hopefully they get it together for the kids, for the little brother's sake. For Doug's sake, hope they all get together and get it right. Even the other sister, Takari, I've heard she's spoken out. She knows exactly what's going on. From what I hear, she has have not had some nice things to say about Chantel, about how Chantel was throughout the family that made Jackie the way she was towards her, which Jackie wasn't no certain way towards her to me that I've seen. Um, but I don't know. I have to. The jury is still out on that. So, um, please like, share, and subscribe. Drop some comments. I'll come to your videos. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop some comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.